7 for 44.
Come on, man.
The Rockets from deep.
7 for 44. That's ridiculous.
7 for 44.
That's almost that's unbelievable. That's like hearing Chuck say, "No, I'm not hungry."
Did you say that again? Did I hear that right? Really? Did you just say that?
Chuck, you want these Krispy Kreme? No,
I'm good.
Playoff record with
You want some
37
honey buns?
That's crazy right there, America.
Wow, that's a shame. I mean,
Yep, live by the 3, die by the 3.
I mean, they died by it, but I think
They were 1 for 21 in the second half.
And Shaq, I don't even mind you shooting threes, but at some point you have to say, maybe we should put our head down and drive to the
Ernie,
basket.
today I was walking, and I asked this old man.
Where were you walking?
Just walking, downtown.
Aimless
Fannin
through the
Street,
streets of
down on
Houston?
Fannin.
All right.
And I asked this guy, I said, who do you like tonight? And he said, well, I'm not really a basketball fan, but he said, when it comes to great shooting, Houston will get cold before Golden State gets cold. I'm going to go with Golden State.
He was a smart man.
So you got some good analysis from a guy who doesn't watch basketball.
You know what?
Well, first of all, he's lying. He knew that. He got to be a fan.
Maybe it wasn't even a person. Maybe it was just
No, his name is
figment of
Max Hirsch.
imagination.
What did he say? Man, you're big. Did you play basketball?
No, he's a lawyer. He said, look,
Okay.
I gamble. I don't watch the game. But I don't know.
Oh, now you were talking to Chuck. I can't.
All right, you're right. It was Charles.
Some guy a lawyer wandering around the streets on a holiday.
No.
All right, you caught me.
You got the weirdest stories.
All right, you caught me.
I was walking. First of all, you were walking.
All right, I just made that up.
That story just had a strange ring to it from the very start. I'm sorry.
Look at the baby. Don't trust Ernie.
No, come on. Why did I deserve that?
You gonna be a meme, Ernie? That's really good. That baby like, yo,
What you talking about, Ernie?
We asked that question for the 4th straight year now, and played a couple of times. As I mentioned earlier, both of those games came before Cleveland, redid its roster.
That was the reason they redid them. Actually, one of them. They were playing against them, and they said no, but they was like, we can't compete with them. That's why they were like, hey,
4 years in a row,
and we couldn't.
What's your very early look at this one, Doctor?
I'm gonna have to go with Golden State. They have the experience. They have better players. They still got the 3 superstars. A lot of the guys didn't really play excellent superstar basketball last series, but this series is over. Now you can go home. You can be happy. Now you can rechange your focus. New opportunities. 7 new games to be a champion. So guys probably will be playing with a lot more confidence. Golden State will start at home, so they're going to be looking to put Cleveland away. They're going to be looking at taking advantage of Cleveland's new cast.
We've seen this again, time and time again. But we also see LeBron continue to do things that defy description. Can LeBron lead this Cleveland team to an NBA title against the team that currently holds the trophy?
I mean, it's probably going to be his most difficult assignment in any finals, even when he was younger, with being inexperienced. But he is the ultimate mismatch, meaning he doesn't just take threes. He gets to the rim, he rebounds and pushes the ball in transition. So he's the only guy who does all 3 of those things on the offensive end and creates the ultimate mismatch. So he does get guys shots. He does look for his teammates, and he does get it early in the shot clock. Be that as it may, Golden State's a better team.
Well, I think this is his best chance of beating this team because I think the Warriors bench is not as good as it used to be.
Iguodala remains out.
Yeah, but I'm talking about guys after that. They don't have the guys that they had 3 or 4 years ago.
I was just adding to that, saying that the Hamptons 5 lineup.
Yeah, this is the Hampton Inn 5.
Will likely not start. Inn. Hey, that's my line.
I can't repeat your line.
You can't. At least
you can if you attribute it to me.
Like Ernie, like you said.
Kenny can't wear your bow tie. I can't say something you say.
No, it's usually just like polite.
No credit, yeah.
Polite to credit somebody if they have a good line.
Well, in school, what did he used to do in school all the time? Is that thing.
Cheat, plagiarism.
Oh, there you go.
Plagiarism. You didn't know plagiarism, did you?
Spell it, tough guy.
Spell it, tough guy.
Listen,
go ahead. But I don't think their bench is good as it's been in the last few years. I think the Cavs bench is underrated. I think when he starts playing Larry Nance, Clarkson, Jeff Green and those guys more, giving them confidence. I'm going to be pulling for the Cavs. I don't care who wins, but I'm going to be rooting for the Cavs.
Okay.
Fourth time around.
Then you don't care.
Starting Thursday
I ain't sure
in
that
Oakland,
on them.
Golden State.
Not that stupid.
And Cleveland. Our old TNT compatriot. Seems like just yesterday.
I thought I was going to be back with you guys like at halftime. I thought I might be back with TNT by next year.
No, that's only if you had taken the Knicks job.
Oh, that's 5 years ago, man.
Steve, what is it? I know you've been a little puzzled or bewildered, or I don't know what the right word is, about the swings that this team has. But here, I mean, this was the same movie we saw in Game 6 played out here.
Yeah,
What's it going to take to get 48 minutes of stress-free basketball for you to coach?
I don't think that's happening. But I like our defense. That's the main thing. You know, as much talk as there is about our scoring and our shooting, we're really about our defense. That's what sets up the transition and gets us free. Our half-court offense tonight was a disaster, but we stayed in the game with our defense. The guys competed, and I thought we wore them down. They got tired. You know, all the high, all the high screens for James. He has to work so hard, and I think our defense eventually took over.
I mean, 8 times this year that team was held under 100. You did it 5 times in a row in this series. Did you see that coming?
No. But I did see a more defensive-minded series than people predicted, because Houston's great defensively too. I mean, they've done a good job the last couple of years of getting guys like P.J. Tucker, Ariza. You know, Capella's a good defender. They're a two-way team now. They used to be kind of a jump shooting team. But their defense is fantastic, and so is ours, and it became kind of a rock fight out there.
Steve, congratulations. We both played for the great Phil Jackson, and I've always said if the general doesn't panic, troops don't panic. A lot of times you could have panicked. I've never seen panic on your face. What does it take for you to keep instilling your team with confidence?
I think that's just the coach's job, is to keep the guys positive in an environment like this, and I just tried to stay positive and remind them that, at halftime it was an 11-point game. That's 2 minutes. If we get a couple stops and 3 threes, all of a sudden it's a game. And I think we just eventually got there, and we weren't exactly solid, but we stayed with it.
Steve, when you go in, obviously you have possibly 3 of the greatest offensive players, at least shooters for sure, maybe even history of the game. And you might be the 4th. No, I'm just joking. But think about it. When you go in, you say, only way we lose if this doesn't happen. Like, what is your one emphasis on a team that is built the way you are? This is your 4th consecutive final. Like, what is that one emphasis every night?
The possession game, turnovers and offensive rebounds, which is why we were in so much trouble in the first half. We turned it over, I think, 10 times, and I don't know how many offensive boards they had. It seemed like P.J. Tucker had 10 on his own.
11 in the first half.
It was crazy. So we always talk about the possession game. If we can have the same number of possessions as our opponent, our shot making is going to take over. So I thought that was what changed in the second half. We finally started taking care of the ball and getting some rebounds.
I got a twofold question. Number one, the way the Rockets play offense, does it make it easier to guard them, number one? But also, did you start playing more guys when you realized they were only going to play 7 from like the 3rd game on?
I like to play a lot of guys anyway. I've always played 10, 11 guys every night. What they do that's so hard is they isolate Harden and Chris Paul on your big guys, and that's why we played Looney and Bell. We had to go to our youth at that position, because they're both really good at staying in front of guards. But, this series kind of eliminated David West, Zaza, JaVale McGee. Those guys usually play a lot of minutes, but I knew we had to find some minutes. I thought Nick Young did a good job. And I thought Bell, as a rookie, he gave us a lot of life.
What's Andre Iguodala's status for the finals?
We'll see. I mean, it literally is a day-to-day thing, but he has not progressed, unfortunately, as well as we thought he would. And obviously, he's a huge factor against Cleveland. You got to have a lot of bodies to guard LeBron, and Andre's been our main guy against them against LeBron the last 3 years. So we'll just have to see, if he's available, and if not, we'll
You just
figure
have to
it out.
survive with them 4 All-Stars.
That's all. That's all.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
All right.
Steve, congratulations.
Thanks, EJ.
Good to see you.
Good job, brother.
Congratulations.
Good job,
Hey,
brother.
guys.
Okay, a couple of the Twitter machine is working, although
We
the
can't.
monitor is not working, so we can't read the
I
Twitter
can tell you what it
machine.
says. Damn, that Charles Barkley's a good-looking dude.
That's probably.
Oh, this is gonna be
it's
funny.
funny,
Then.
I guess.
Our TV broke.
Now our producer Jeremy Levin is trying to describe what the tweet looks like.
See,
and
now we're back on TV.
how in the world can a television network TV
Not have
go
a
out?
TV.
Come on, man.
This is ridiculous.
I know this is
Good
our
question.
last night.
But you know what that does? It